Hello, this is Robert with Beyond 20. Today we're going to cover how to create a distribution list through the address book, and more specifically, this is regarding the mApps that we created here at Beyond 20. One of the Sharewell new version 5.0 features is the mergeable applications. Here at Beyond 20, we've created a few of these. Some are available for free in the mApp exchange over at Sharewell's website, and others are limited specifically just to some of our customers. Either way, the one I'm demoing today is going to be one that's available on the mApp exchange free. So feel free to go ahead and download that. But let me walk you through how to set this up and configure it. So to get started, let's go ahead and go to the mApps in our orange pill. And then we want to apply an existing mApp. And we want to select the distribution list. You want to read through the instructions that come up on the first page of the wizard. This wizard is going to walk you through the installation and basically creating a blueprint that's going to merge the changes that were created in the distribution list mApp by Beyond 20. So go ahead and read through this on your own. I'm going to go ahead and continue walking through. Let's go ahead and click Next. You want to accept the terms. And normally we like to say, make reasonable decisions, but ask me if unsure. We don't want to be prompted for every decision because there might be too many changes. And the don't ask me unless absolutely necessary, I prefer not to select this option because I like to know what's going on in the background. I like to know what Sharewell wants to do and what the suggestions are, and let me make the final decision. So let's go ahead and proceed and click Next. Now it's going to ask if you want to overwrite the distribution list object. Since this distribution list object has not been created yet, we want to create a new one rather than skipping it or selecting a different object that's currently existing. And in this case, the distribution list is a new object in the system, so we want to leave this Create New Object checked. Let's proceed to the next step. And one of the great things on the wizard is that it gives us an insight in terms of what has been done with this business object. So if we expand this out a little bit further, we can see some of the fields that were created. We can also see the merge action. This tells us if we're going to be importing, which is going to be adding a new field in the system that does not exist. It's going to also let us know if we're overwriting an existing field, which is very useful if we want to make sure that we're not making any unwanted changes in other parts of the Sharewell system. So let's go ahead and click Next. And then I also like to take a look at the blueprint before the changes are published. So we'll go ahead and leave that default checked and click Finish. So this distribution list business object is actually going to be a lookup table. So if I go to lookup tables and scroll down, I can actually see this new one. You'll see the pencil mark here that represents that we're going to be adding that into this blueprint. But everything looks good, so let's go ahead and just publish this, and then we'll go see what it was that we just installed. Great, so that's been published. Now let's go back to our blue pill and take a look at the changes. Of course, we're going to have to reload definitions. If you go up to the Help menu and then reload definitions, we should be able to see the new business object. And now that the definitions have been refreshed, the business object can be edited under Tools and Table Management. However, let's go ahead and just see what it was that we added first. We go to File, Send Email. And then in order to select the distribution list, we actually want to pull up the address book. So if we go ahead and click on 2, the address book should pop up. And on the right-hand side, under Show Names From, you can actually see the new one on here called Distribution List. There are a few demo email addresses and distribution list names that we've created in here, but you can go ahead and just add those directly to the email message. It works just the same as if you were selecting a person. However, it is fully integrated into the distribution list lookup table now. You'll notice that these are automatically filled out, which is great. But we're not actually going to send this email out. But let's go pull up that lookup table that was created for the distribution list. So we'll cancel out of that email message and then go back over here to Table Management. And then on the drop down, I want to scroll down to Distribution List. And let's just pull up an existing one so we can see what the edit form looks like. So this would be the distribution list for accounting. This essentially would show any email addresses that we had associated with accounting. Anyone that emails this accounting@demo.com would essentially be receiving an email message originating from the accounting distribution list. In order to add a new one, as simple as going up to the new menu and creating a new one here. Let's say that this one's going to be called HR. If we add a new one and save that, this new HR distribution list should appear on our distribution list table. So one of the great features with this is that you can set up an external connection. Let's say that you're running Microsoft Exchange and you have a distribution list set up within your database, that we can tie this distribution list table to your existing list of distribution lists and make that available concurrently. So anytime there's an update in Exchange, that this external connection will go through and update the address book. Another alternative for getting your distribution list into the system would be to import external data, one of the one-off import options. And that would be here under the orange pill, under Database, and then run a one-off data import. And we show this in one of our other videos. In fact, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, you may want to do that now to be notified of future videos that we're posting. But that's going to wrap up this demo video explaining how to add a distribution list into the address book. Do stay tuned for future updates. We have a lot of new mergeable apps that we're uploading to the Sharewell mApp store. So do definitely check us out. And this was Robert with Beyond 20. Thank you.